Most programming languages will end up bombarding you with error messages when you're writing your code. And this might be annoying, but you actually want this. You want it to tell you what's wrong. JavaScript is one of the few areas where we don't get automatically bombarded with error messages about syntax, and that's because of the nature of where it's used. If you have errors in your JavaScript, and I'm looking at script with exactly the same problem here, it's not showing up by default in the web browser, because you don't really want every user who's on your website seeing all the errors you might have accidentally put into your code. So most browsers do realize when there are errors in JavaScript, but they hide them from you. We have to tell the browser we want to see the errors. Now, each web browser does this a bit differently, but what I'm about to show you does have its equivalent in Internet Explorer, Safari, Opera, Konqueror, all modern web browsers, but I'm going to show it in Firefox, which is my preferred browser for debugging JavaScript. So I'm on Firefox 6. I'm going to go up to the Tools menu and find the Web Developer area and find this thing called the Error Console. Things do get rearranged, so you may find it under a slightly different menu, but you're looking for the Error Console in Firebug. And what will happen is it will pop up this separate window. I'm going to clear that and just keep that open in the background while I'm experimenting with the page. So it's not showing me anything right now, but as I move this page, I'm going to go around and say, click on this. I click on Interesting Headline 3 times. And over here in the Error Console, I've got 3 errors. Now it's actually telling me. The error is fourth function is not defined, meaning you're trying to use something called fourth function. I don't know what that is. And in fact, I even have a link to the file where the problem is, and it's telling me the issue's on line 9. If I click the link, it opens up a view of that and even highlights the line for me. So I can go straight to that line and figure out, okay, there's the problem, and hopefully I see that it's because I'm spelling fourth function with a lowercase f, whereas the actual definition of the function uses the uppercase F for the word function here. And if you have other errors in syntax, you may find several of them showing up as soon as you load the page. General rule of thumb, if you've got multiple ones, go from the top down, fix the first one first, because early errors can actually upset the rest of your code. But that's the Error Console in Firefox. There is also an option called the Web Console, which is equivalent, but actually gives you this window at the top of the page. And as I click in here, we get the same message, fourth function is not defined. But this also gives you extra information about your HTML and your CSS and so on. And new in Firefox 6 is something that they've called the Scratchpad, which is actually an area we can just type or paste in some JavaScript and then run it directly from this execute menu. As of when I'm recording this, this is still early days, but it might be a nice environment just to play around with some sample code. And these things are really useful, but they will only take us so far. For anything that's a bit more involved than simple syntax problems, we need a real debugger. And with Firefox, we can get that too.